Why was the Curia Regis so crucial for medieval royal authority? Imagine a time when kings ruled vast lands with little more than their word and a few trusted advisors. Now, picture how they kept control and made decisions that affected entire kingdoms. That's where the Curia Regis, or king's court, comes into play. It was more than just a gathering of nobles. It was the backbone of royal power during the Middle Ages. This institution helped kings turn their personal authority into a structured system of governance. It started as a small council of nobles and royal officers who advised the king, but it grew into a powerful body that handled many key roles. The first big role of the Curia Regis was advising the king on important matters. It was the place where the monarch got counsel on politics, law, and money. This advice helped the king make smarter decisions about wars, treaties, and relationships with the church and nobles. Without this counsel, the king's choices might have been less informed and more chaotic. Next, the Curia Regis acted as a court of law. It heard cases that affected the entire kingdom. This judicial power meant the king could settle disputes and enforce laws directly. Over time, it laid the foundation for royal courts like the King's Bench and the Court of Common Pleas. By controlling justice, the king made sure laws were followed and his authority was respected. The institution also managed royal finances and administration. It oversaw collecting taxes and ensuring money was spent wisely. This control of resources was vital for maintaining the king's power and funding wars or building projects. The Curia Regis made sure the king's policies were carried out and that his household and officials stayed in line. Another important part was involving the major landholders, called tenants-in-chief. They were summoned to discuss matters of land and loyalty. This helped the king keep control over the nobility and ensured they remained loyal to him. It was a way to involve the powerful in governance and reinforce the king's feudal rights. The Curia Regis also served as a model for later governing bodies. It was the early version of what would become the Privy Council and eventually Parliament. Its structure and functions helped shape how medieval monarchs ruled more effectively. In simple terms, the Curia Regis was the key to centralizing royal authority. It combined advice, law, and administration into one strong institution. This made the kings rule more organized and powerful. Without it, royal authority would have been scattered and weaker, making it harder to face the challenges of governing a large kingdom. So, the reason the Curia Regis was so important is that it helped kings govern better, enforce laws, manage money, and keep their nobles loyal. It was the foundation of royal power that kept medieval kingdoms stable and under control.